Hi everyone, it's Dave here, Dash of Dave, also known as Crafty Moose. Today I am going to do a bought and paid for haul. So it's bought and paid for charity shop edition of my craft haul. Okay, so charity, just let me explain, anybody overseas, just what a charity shop is. So you often hear people in America and Canada refer to a thrift haul. A charity shop is what we really know as thrift stores. They're not called thrift in the UK, they're called charity shops. The term being thrifty just means, like, you know, saving money, whereas charity means that it's going to a good cause. So just for clarification, so it's all going to a good cause, and I'm going to go through the items that I've bought most recently. We don't have such variety as you guys overseas tend to get. We have, I don't know, giving to charity doesn't seem to be the big thing. Giving clothes and houseware does, but I guess because our craft market in the UK is much smaller anyway, giving to a charity is giving crafty things to a charity is probably not the done thing. That people tend to sell it all on eBay. So you do find things, and you find things that you know that you can use in some other way. So I will explain things as I go, and I hope it's not confusing. And if it is, apologies, but welcome to my world, because I like to confuse myself. Any barking you can hear in the background is my dog. It's not me throwing my voice. Any random noises you can hear is probably outside. It's a beautiful day today, and we've had some really tropical weather at the end of our summer season in the UK. And so people are out, and you probably hear kids squealing, and they're not mine, they're next door neighbours. And you might also hear people at the moment, somebody revving their engine outside, which is always a bonus, isn't it? And you might hear somebody moving around in the background, and that's my friend who is round to do some crafting with me. And his name is Brian, and he's not here to introduce himself at the moment, but when he does come back, I'll see if he'll say hello. Anyway, so let's get on with what I found. Okay, so we'll start here. So not a big fan of buying papers and things, because they tend to buy leaves of paper, because they tend to be, I can choose what I want. So I don't tend to buy pads like this unless I really like the pad. I don't like everything in here, but it was 49p. You can't go wrong with 49p. This was a gift aid item. Let me just explain gift aid to you. Gift aid in the UK, if you buy something and you're registered for gift aid, so if I could buy something and I'm registered for gift aid in that charity store, then what happens is the money I would have paid for 49p on within my wages, the government donates to the charity, so that they get my percentage of tax for 49p, which won't be a lot, or 20%, it probably will be. Anyway, so the papers in here, some of them are okay. I like a polka dot every now and again. I like the wallpapery ones. Got a thing for, like, kind of, especially if they're reminiscent of old style wallpaper. I quite liked those. So 3 little kittens washed their mittens and hung them out to dry. Oh, mother dear, do you not hear our mittens? Do you not hear our mittens we have washed? What? Washed your mittens? Your good little kittens, then you shall have some pick. No idea. Pick? I don't know what pick is. What picnic? I like the tartan. I know in America you call it plaid. I don't know, or plaid. I don't know what Catherine will be able to help me. What do you call it in Canada? Is it is it tartan or is it plaid? Definitely call it tartan here. Okay, so 49 pence. Like I say, it looks fairly unused, that pad, and I will I'll use some sheets, and then I might, you know, send some on to other people, some happy mail to other people, or give them away, or gift them, or give them to the, I work for a charity, so give them to the charity that I work for, because I teach crafts at the charity that I work for. I'm paid employee rather than a volunteer employee. I'm a paid employee. I work as a teacher for them, and I might be where I use it. So so then there's this, this was a pack of plastic cards. They are literally made of plastic. Okay, I wouldn't normally buy them, but I liked the design. Okay, I really liked them. It'd be a pain to play cards with, because they're so slippy and they just slip out your hands. There's no way you'd be able to hold a deck of cards without them slipping out like a I don't know, like a dolphin covered in moisturizer. Random analogy there, Dave. But I liked the design on them, and certificate of authenticity, gold foil. Okay. 99.9% pure gold, 24 karat gold. I don't think so. Doubt it very much. They only cost me £1, so like if they are 24 karat gold, then we are quids in, literally. So I just liked the designs. There's some like really nice, and they catch the light nicely. I just thought, you know what, I can do something crafty with that. I'm currently doing like a money journal at the moment, and I thought, well, you know, bit of bling. I liked them so much, I actually went and bought some more, which were I actually ordered them online. I don't tend to do things like that. I just really like them, so I ordered them in silver. Okay, so next thing is some more playing cards. There are lots missing from this. I've checked the pack. There's probably about 10 missing from it. I just liked the design. Thought, you know what, I can turn these into something. I can have a joker's quite nice. I could turn them into, there's me dog barking, turn them into something nice. He looks a bit sad, doesn't he? Oh, they all look a bit sad. Oh, they've not had a good day, have they? I just liked the design on the back. So I think for playing cards, quite like playing cards. Don't tend to see them in charity shops very often. I think it's something to do with like me and Catherine had a discussion about this. Just a back and forth regarding charity shops not selling many playing cards, and there's a lot of charities that don't like gambling and anything affiliated with gambling. So then we have these. So these 3 books here, these were 3 for £10, and they were from a charity shop in Headingley in Leeds, and you know, just some nice like ladybird books, nice images in it. I'll check the provenance, don't worry. If they're worth anything, I won't be cutting them up, but you know, just like the images, like some of the words. Perfect for me. It says it's an easy reading book, and nice end papers in them. You know, it's they're books that they can be used in many ways. These 2 I paid, well, this one I paid £2.50 for, this one I paid £2 for. These are books that I actually remember. I remember reading these as a child, learning to read and write, sorry. So, oh, no idea what those words are. They're missing all the words, and I won't know what the story is. Anyway, Peter and Jane, I remember very well. Have a go, Peter and Jane. Go on, have a go. Have a go. So we've got like, you want toys, I want toys, you and I want toys. We're both terribly spoiled, I would say. You can fish, I can fish, we can fish. Hurrah! We can both fish and we'll eat for the rest of our lives. Anyway, shut up, Dave, I digress. Peter and Jane go to the shop. They go into the shop for some fish. Peter has the dog and Jane has the fish. I thought they were just fishing a few minutes ago anyway. Anyway, so... And that one, yes. So one was £2.50, one was £2. Okay. Then we've got these broadband cards. These are tea cards. A bit like cigarette cards, but probably a little bit more politically correct these days. Broadband still is a well-known tea company in the UK. Like PG Tips, Twinings, Yorkshire Tea. There's lots of like tea companies, but the more traditional ones would have done tea cards like this. Now I remember collecting tea cards as a child. These aren't mine. These are from a charity shop. This was £1, and this is a series of picture cards. Sorry, this series of picture cards is offered in the interest of education by Brookbond. A card is given free in all packets of Brookbond tea. Also 2 cards in each £1/2 tin of Brookbond pure and French coffee. So pre-decimal, I would say, because they're saying that they're 6p. In the UK, it would be 6p normally. Pre-decimal, there was actually a coin called a 6p, which was worth 6p, ironically. After decimalisation, which happened in 1971 and I was born in 1969, so I don't really remember pre-decimalisation. After decimalisation, it was worth 2.5p. The half p in the UK also disappeared. I think that disappeared kind of like the late 70s. Again, this is another one at 6p. No idea of the date of this. Again, it's got some nice images in it. It's got... we could get a veteran card table lamp for only 25 shillings. With Brookbond and PG Tips. There you go, PG Tips. Didn't realise they were the same company, to be fair. Well, they were. I don't know where they are now. Oh, £2 and 10 shillings. I don't know what pre-decimalisation equivalents were. So anyway, another £1. I'll check the provenance. I'll check how whether they're worth anything and cut them cut them up if not. And they'll go into like nice little tuck spaces. These are new. Not new for me. I've got them from a charity shop, but they don't look used. And you know what? I just thought I wouldn't normally buy stuff like this, but I'll be able to use those. I'll stick them in a journal somewhere. But for £1, you can't go wrong. So these are the sticky hands. I liked the play on words there. 50p from the charity shop. And these were originally from IKEA. Not sure how much they would have been in IKEA, but you know, for 50p you can't go wrong, can you? And it all benefits a good cause. So I liked them because they're a bit Tim Holtzy. Am I allowed to say Tim Holtz? There are other male crafters out there. I will just point out Dave Flynn being one of them. Dash of Dave, also known as Crafty Moose. Hint, hint, no comment. So, moving on. Popular Mechanics, this magazine, I believe, was published in 1931 or 33. 1933. Okay, Popular Mechanics. I bought this online from a charity shop. It's seen better days, but you know what? The images inside are quite fun. I can use images. I love these kind of things. These like futurology, is it called? What what things would be looking like in the future, and nothing like it. 450 miles on 1 gallon of gas. It is actually an American magazine, I think, because it says it's 25 cents or 30 cents in Canada. Page 666. Okay. Always beware of 666. But what is on page 666? Should we have a look? I wonder if page 666 has been left in, or has it been removed? This is probably not the most exciting thing you've ever watched. Oh, there you go, page 666. Aerial ferries. Some interesting designs here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So anyway, like I say, not bad. I think it was £1.50. It was £1.50. You know, that's all right. I can cut that up and I can make stuff out of that. I will check, like I say, how much it's actually worth. Then we have Topology, which was £2 from a charity shop. I was very excited by this game. I've never seen it before. Apparently, they do still make it. It's from Monopoly, and it's got actual real money. Well, it's not real money, obviously, but like, you know, to be intact with the money is show me the money. It's got the money in there. It's got some game cards, which I guess are like betting slip things. Elton, is it John? So, Marmaduke Jinx. Isn't there a drag artist called Marmaduke? Oh no, Jinx. There's a drag artist called Jinx. Sorry, I've just knocked something off the table and like done a bit of juggling off camera. It's got all like the game cards. More game cards. We love game cards as crafters, don't we? You know, there's so many things that you can do with these. Veterinary surgeon's report. Veterinary surgeon. Okay. Your horse is a finicky feeder. Improve his diet, paid £25. Oh, cool. Exciting. Anyway, lots of little things in here. Oh, what's that? Is that little? Oh, I like that. Oh, that's cool. I really like that. It's just a card. We've got more things in here. We've got the quick play, I think this is the short play game. A bit like Monopoly, there's a short play version. Then we've got the full instructions, nicely aged. Doesn't say any date on it though, I have checked. So if anybody knows when it was from, let me know. Like I say, it's got some lovely things. It's the money I like. Another thing about like even Monopoly money and toy money, I like money. Although, you know, I guess it's a thing. Well, I've been told it's a thing. I think that was a rubber band that has perished. Now it looks like it's a lot of little brown worms in the bottom. Apparently, it's quite a common thing for autistic people to like, yeah, look, it's an elastic band, to like money, to be a bit obsessed with money. So I'm just being typical of my condition, I guess. So anyway, and then we've got like little horses in here, and I believe we have this one here, number 11. It's my lucky number, it's number 11, just saying. Anyway, so lots of little horses and things, because it's a horse-based game. And that was £2. And that's not bad, is it? Then we've got this, which is a mould, Katie Sue design. Well, I haven't had anything to drink. Well, I've had some tea, but it's gone. This is Katie Sue Designs. She makes moulds. I wouldn't normally buy a mould. I'm not going to have very much use for this, other than I might use the mushrooms. Just liked the way that the mushrooms looked. £1.50. I thought, you know, give it a go. I can always give it back to a charity shop if I don't use it. Moving on to a book. This book was £2. An exciting book. Look at this. So this book is, I can't even see what you can see because my watch has gone off. Yes, my watch has died. Yes, that's fine. You can see what I can see. So this is a higher bookkeeping and accounts. So it's about how to keep accounts and bookkeeping. Now, finding ledgers in the UK is very expensive and costly. We don't tend to find things like that. You could go and find them and they'll cost you, you know, £2 or £3 each. It's too expensive to put into a journal. So this was my next best thing. So this was published in 1931, and just thought it was really interesting. It's got a few little extras in it. So there's a card here with a quote on it from Shakespeare. The card is by Raphael Tuck and Sons Limited, publishers to the King and Queen, and HRH, the Prince of Wales, produced in England, and that's stamped into the book here, which you can see, but there. So it's got a few extra finds. There's another find in here somewhere, which I was quite excited about when I found it, and now I can't find it. Anyway, oh, where is it? You know when you wish you'd marked that page. There you go. You can tell when you flick something and it just flops open at the page, and it's usually either been bent back on that thing or there's something inside it. But this, I thought this was quite interesting. 6th of July, Thursday. It's a little quote thing. Somebody's used it to mark the page, I guess. Just liked it because it was already in there. It was a find, a free find. So yes, £2. I shall definitely use that. Some watercolour card. Okay, so this watercolour card cost me £1 even. It tea stains nicely, doesn't it? We can use watercolour card in many ways. You can use it for watercolouring as well. And I don't know whether there are 15 pages. I guess it's been used. 13 pages, so it's had a couple out of it, but you know, it was £1. You can't quibble for watercolour card. Then we've got some acrylic card. So it's an acrylic pad, which was an I've never seen acrylic pad. It's a Winsor and Newton. I've never seen acrylic. I didn't know you could have special stuff for acrylic. Oil paint, yes. Watercolour, yes. Didn't know you could get something for acrylic. This has got like a linen texture to it. It has on one side, and on the other side it's like plain. And just thought it was interesting. It's quite thick as well. So anyway, we'll do something with that. We'll see how it takes to colour. Then we have here, we have these, which I've opened one here. These were all together. They're all in a charity shop. I wanted to open them to find out what they were, because in the pack you can't really tell. It just says freeze frames, clearly created magic scraps. In fact, I've just read that completely upwards, which is magic scraps, clearly created freeze frames, really. And then we couldn't really tell, so I kind of bought them blind, because what I was doing was trying to open them in the charity shop, and the lady from the charity shop was giving me one of those stern looks over her glasses, and I thought better than try to mess with her. So anyway, I just thought I'd be able to use them in crafting in some way. I guess that's what they were designed for. Yeah, so like journaling, that sort of thing. They were, it says £2.49, so somebody's paid £2.49 each for them. And I paid £1.50 for all of these. So we've got summer, we've got new adventures, we've got Towing London, or Touring London, Towing London. We've got Falling Leaves, so fall or autumn as we know it in the UK. Then we've got Moving Day, we've got Back to School, and we've got Trim the Tree, so Christmas one. So like I say, I'll use those in some way. Then we've got, I've got some stamps here. It's a first day cover, I think it is. Oh, no, it's not a first day cover, I don't know what. It's just a commemorative pack of stamps of the Queen Mother. Not really for crafting, just simply because I like the Queen Mother. We share a common thing, and that's that we were both born on the same day. So we both celebrated our birthday on the 4th of August. Clearly, she is no longer with us, but I kind of had a bit of a doffing my hat, a bit of respect for her. Clearly not the same year, but the same day we were born. Okay, then some more stamps. These were 50p a pack. Stamps as crafters, we just like to, you know, if you do journaling, you tend to just stick some stamps in the journal just to kind of like add a bit of colour. But there were some here that I found like interesting. There's mental floss, there's some interesting funny ones. I like the colours of some of them, the fact that some of them are still stuck together. This one is stuck together as well, and this one has been used, and they were just on some envelopes. I've used this one already myself, so but they were 50p each. That's not bad, is it? This pack, so this lot of paper was, when I went into the charity shop, there was a sign that said you could buy 25 sheets for £1. So I got 2 lots of 25, so I got 50 sheets, took them downstairs to where you went to pay, and it turns out there were 30 sheets for £1. So I had to go back upstairs and, oh shucks, I had to go back upstairs and pay and get 10 more sheets. So I just got a whole load of vellum because I don't have a lot of vellum in my craft stash. And I use it for when I make luminaires. That's probably why I don't have a lot in my craft stash. I know black, you can't really do a luminaire with black, but I just like it. I like the feel of it. Then there was this. There was not many of the pre-printed image papers, but I quite liked that. And you know, like I say, it was from a charity shop, so more vellum. These sheets that have got like a shiny, now the sun's shining in, you can see how glittery and sparkly that is, hopefully. That, yeah, so that was part of it. Some bright neon, because we all like a bit of neon. My party was neon, because I had an 80s 50th, my 50th birthday was an 80 theme. No, an 80s theme. Blimey, I really can't speak. Maybe just maybe I need a drink. Excuse me while I wet my whistle. Sorry, I was wafting to prove I was still here. So, yes, so I had an 80s theme, and it was neon. So we all wore a lot of neon back in the 80s. This has got a lovely like linen texture to it. And I got, yeah, it's a bit creased, but it's from a charity shop, you can't argue. There's this, which is another one a bit like that green one, that iridescent stuff. I bought a lot of this because I really like it. So there's some more of that. Well, you can see there's quite a bit more of that. There's some green. I did already have some green at home that I remember buying from an actual craft store, but I bought some more because I liked it so much. There's some yellow like that orange. There's, I think it's just a bit of copy paper. There's this one that's got like, it's kind of marbled, and it's matte on one side, glossy on the other, well, satin finished on the other. Some metallic paper, different coloured golds there. I've got a thing for copper. I love copper. So some copper sheets. Then we've got loads of different coloured vellums, which I thought was really good because vellum, well, certainly here in the UK, vellum is quite expensive to buy. And just being able to buy a whole load of vellum for that price was a real good find. So lots of colours here, orange and blue and red and stripy, and then some more of that. So not bad. £2 for all of that. I will use that. I say I'll use that. I've got more paper than a paper mill. And then we can move on to a book. So still more Tell Me Why. Not sure when the publication, it says 75p, but I actually paid 50p in the charity shop I bought it from. It's by Hamlin. It says first published 1971, sixth impression this is, and that was 1977. So I just liked it because I thought, well, I can use this. I like the way that the question is kind of inset into the words, and I thought I could either use the bulk of the text, or I could just use perhaps not with the snakes, but I thought I could just use there's lots of interesting things. Unicorns. What was a unicorn? We all know what a unicorn is. What do you mean, what was? What is a unicorn? Unicorns are still here. They just only choose to show themselves to the people that like them and that care about them. Oh, Leo. That's what I am. Is that Leo? I don't know. I would have guessed. I guess it's big because it's the lion, isn't it? So yes, I just like the way that it was set. I like some of the images as well. Just thought I could make things out of that. So I'd say 50p for that. It's not bad for books. Not terribly great. Some of that like material, fabric covered. Still more Tell Me Why, but I didn't know it was a Tell Me Why in the first place. And then we move on to this book. Okay, so this book was 50p, slightly battered. Okay, it's less about the book. Okay, so the book's all right. It's not anything special, and it's quite new looking. I'm not keen on glossy images. Might be able to map them down, and I'll see whether I can, and use some of them. It's not about the end papers. It was about the cover. I really liked the cover. Now, I don't know whether you can tell, you can see that, but it kind of, it moves. It's one of those, they have a name, and it was just on the tip of my tongue, and I was going to say it to you, and I can't remember what lenticular. Is that it? It's a lenticular. I don't know. I'm you know when you say something you think, I don't know whether that's the right thing now. Do I look like a fool or do I look intelligent? And so anyway, so it's one of the, like this, and I just thought, oh, I could use that. That might have to go on the front of or I might journal and make it with that. Depends on whether the 50p sticker comes off. But 50p for that book, that's not bad. It would have been 19.99. That's near bad. So that's it. That's the end of my bought and paid for charity shop haul. I think I did all right. You know, like I said, this is not from one charity shop because like I've been collecting for a couple of weeks now. We really don't get the choice. I'm sorry, but like, you know, Catherine, I'm moving in with you because you seem to have like loads of stuff in Canada that, you know, I think I'd have to like get a container to ship all my stuff back if I like came over to Canada. But I don't think that's the reason for going to visit Canada, is it? To go to all of the thrift stores. So anyway, that's my haul. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know, obviously like and subscribe, put your details down here, and comment on it, please comment. I reply to everybody, so like, you know, even if you comment, I will reply to your comment. For me, social media is about inclusion and people feeling connected, and not feeling like silent, you know, like not feeling like they're just a voice in the distance. Please like and subscribe. I've started doing haul videos. I will do some more tutorials. I'll do a walkthrough with my the journals that I make. I'm in the middle of making one at the moment, and I'll, you know, I'm open to suggestions. It's a can of I've just opened a can of worms. Anyway, so I hope you've had a nice time, just like letting me chat with you. I like having these kind of things on while I craft, because like I feel like somebody's talking to me. Maybe that's just me. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click the bell icon, and you'll hear more from me. Your feed on YouTube is dictated by the things that you like. So if you like things like this, then you'll see more things like this from other people as well. So enjoy, have a lovely day, evening, night, morning, whenever this is. If you're transatlantic, sending transatlantic hugs, and I will hopefully speak to you soon. So always end with a kiss. There you go, blowing you a kiss. And crafty hugs. Crafty hugs. And I will see you all very soon. Take care. Bye.